Here is the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of America. East of the Windward Islands in the Caribbean Sea AL98, a tropical wave located several hundred miles east of the Windward Islands continues to produce a broad area of showers and thunderstorms. This system is expected to move quickly westward at 20 to 25 miles per hour, crossing the Windward Islands during the next day or so. By the middle to latter part of next week, environmental conditions could become more favorable for development, and a tropical depression could form while the system slows down over the central Caribbean Sea.
No need for a redo.
Regardless of development, this system is expected to bring heavy rainfall and gusty winds to the Windward Islands Sunday into Monday morning. The formation chance through 48 hours is low at 10%. The formation chance through 7 days is medium at 40%. North Atlantic, a non-tropical, complex area of low pressure is located several hundred miles northeast of Bermuda. Further development of this system is not expected due to cooling ocean waters while it moves northeastward over the North Atlantic. The formation chance through 48 hours is low, near 0%. The formation chance through 7 days is low, near 0%. 10 p.m. observations. At Houston Bush Intercontinental, clear. Temperature 81, dew point 70, relative humidity 69%. Wind south at 10 miles an hour. Pressure 29.84 inches and rising. At Angleton, clear. Temperature 76, dew point 72, relative humidity 87%. Pressure 29.87 inches and rising. At Galveston, clear. Temperature 80, dew point 74, relative humidity 81%. Wind southwest at 8 miles an hour. Pressure 29.87 inches and rising. Other regional observations, skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy. It was 78 at Hobby Airport, 80 at Huntsville, 81 at Conroe, and 79 at Tomball. Dallas-Fort Worth reported 71, College Station reported 82, and San Antonio reported 83. Coastal stations, skies ranged from clear to partly cloudy. It was 76 at Lake Charles, 76 at Beaumont, 82 at Corpus Christi, 77 at Victoria, and 82 at Palacios. The buoy reports, the report from 20 miles east of Galveston was not available. 60 miles south of Freeport, temperature 83, water temperature 83. Wind south at 16 knots. Seas 3 feet with a period of 5 seconds. The forecast for Houston and the surrounding areas. This afternoon, partly sunny with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Near steady temperature in the upper 80s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Tonight, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 60s. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour, becoming west after midnight. Sunday, sunny. Less humid with highs in the mid-80s. North winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear, cooler with lows in the mid-50s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming east after midnight. Monday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south with gusts up to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Monday night, mostly clear. Not as cool with lows in the upper 60s. Tuesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Tuesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 60s. Friday, mostly sunny. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 40%. Small craft advisory remains in effect from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday. What? North winds 15 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots, choppy bay waters, and Gulf seas 4 to 7 feet expected. Where? Portions of Gulf of America. When? From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday. Impacts. Conditions will be hazardous to small craft. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid navigating in hazardous conditions. The coastal waters forecast for the following: Galveston Bay. Small craft advisory in effect from 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday through Sunday evening. Rest of tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots, becoming west late. Bay waters slightly choppy. Sunday, north winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Bay waters choppy. Sunday night, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots. Bay waters slightly choppy. Monday, east winds around 10 knots, becoming southeast in the afternoon. Bay waters smooth to slightly choppy. Monday night, south winds 10 to 15 knots. Bay waters slightly choppy. Tuesday, south winds 5 to 10 knots. Bay waters smooth. Tuesday night, southeast winds around 10 knots, becoming northeast 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots after midnight. Bay waters smooth, increasing to slightly choppy after midnight. Wednesday, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Bay waters slightly choppy. Wednesday night, east winds around 10 knots. Bay waters smooth to slightly choppy. Thursday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Bay waters slightly choppy. Thursday night, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Bay waters slightly choppy. The coastal waters forecast for the following: coastal waters from High Island to Freeport, Texas out 20 nautical miles. Small craft advisory in effect from 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday through Sunday evening. Rest of tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming west late. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wave detail, south 2 feet at 5 seconds. Sunday, north winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Wave detail, northeast 4 feet at 5 seconds and west 2 feet at 4 seconds. Sunday night, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Wave detail, northeast 3 feet at 5 seconds. Monday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wave detail, east 3 feet at 5 seconds. Monday night, south winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Wave detail, southeast 3 feet at 5 seconds. Tuesday, south winds 10 to 15 knots, diminishing to around 10 knots in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Wave detail, southeast 3 feet at 5 seconds. Tuesday night, southeast winds around 10 knots, becoming east 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots after midnight. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wednesday, northeast winds around 15 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Wednesday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Thursday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Thursday night, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. The coastal waters forecast for the following: waters from High Island to Freeport, Texas, extending from 20 to 60 nautical miles. Small craft advisory in effect from 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Sunday through Sunday evening. Rest of tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming west late. Seas around 3 feet. Wave detail, south 3 feet at 5 seconds. Sunday, north winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet, building to 4 to 6 feet, occasionally to 8 feet in the afternoon. Wave detail, west 3 feet at 4 seconds and east 2 feet at 6 seconds, becoming north 5 feet at 5 seconds and southwest 1 foot at 5 seconds. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Sunday night, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots, diminishing to around 15 knots after midnight. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Wave detail, northeast 5 feet at 5 seconds. Monday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wave detail, east 3 feet at 6 seconds. Monday night, south winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wave detail, southeast 3 feet at 5 seconds. Tuesday, south winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wave detail, southeast 2 feet at 5 seconds. Tuesday night, southeast winds around 10 knots, becoming east 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots after midnight. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Wednesday, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Wednesday night, east winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Thursday, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Thursday night, southeast winds around 15 knots, increasing to 15 to 20 knots after midnight. Seas 3 to 5 feet. This is the 3:45 p.m. Upper Texas Coast Type information for Galveston Channel.